And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Before we do get into today's video, as always, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. So I hope you guys are all okay. You're gonna have to bear with me today. I'm a little bit under the weather. I don't feel 100%, so my voice is a bit croaky. I do apologize, but we have got a lot of Celtic news to discuss in today's video. Things are starting to really heat up in certain areas of the club. Certain transfers are making certain moves. We'll discuss all of that in just a moment. As you can tell by the title, we got some big news because we've got one transfer bid submitted and one transfer accepted as well. So let's start with the transfer that has been accepted because this is quite an interesting story. So Dane Murray is on the brink of securing a loan move to Queen's Park, with the Spiders nearing a deal for the Celtic defender. So Queen's Park manager Callum Davidson is eager to bolster his defensive options and sees Murray as a key addition. Celtic also supports the move, believing that the 21-year-old will greatly benefit from regular first-team football, especially after his recent struggles with injuries. Now he's fully fit, Murray is seen as needing the kind of match experience that Queen's Park can offer. The deal is expected to be completed in time for Murray to potentially feature in Friday's match against Livingston. Murray, who participated in the Celtics pre-season and signed a new contract last season, has been hindered in recent years by injuries that have stalled his progression into the first team. Hopefully this can give the once highly rated youngster the opportunity he needs to get his career back on track. So yeah, of course, Dane Murray, not the biggest name at Celtic, of course, but this is quite a very important transfer for him, especially, of course, because this player was once very highly rated at the club. There's kind of an idea that he might be in the first team in a few years' time. Of course, he's 21 years old, which is still very young for a player. Don't get me wrong, but he's not at the 18, 19 where you find it acceptable to be in the lower B team. But now he needs to be getting to senior football. Playing for Queen's Park is a great move, in my opinion. Hopefully for him as well, he can have a great campaign with them, help him achieve something this season, and maybe come back to Celtic as with a chance to maybe play in the Premiership next season with a different team. Who knows where this can take him, this loan move. So best of luck to Dane Murray. Of course, not the most exciting transfer news, don't get me wrong, but of course it's still worth mentioning because he could have a great season and he could be in the mix next campaign with Celtic. You never know with these type of transfers. So it's quite an interesting story there. But let's get into some more exciting news because Celtic have renewed their efforts to sign Adam Idah from Norwich City, submitting an improved bid for the striker. So, according to reports from Mail Sport, discussions between Celtic and Norwich are progressing, with the Championship club looking for an £8 million package for Idah, who has expressed a desire to return to Glasgow. The Scottish Premiership champions initially offered £4.5 million plus performance-based add-ons, which was rejected by the EFL Championship club. Following a successful loan stint last season, during which Idah scored 9 goals, including a pivotal one in the Scottish Cup final against Rangers, manager Brendan Rodgers is eager to secure the 23-year-old services permanently. He's been open about his intent to bring back the striker, saying he was a catalyst to Celtic's success last season. Idah has been pushing for a move also, and has even been disciplined by Norwich after he failed to show up for a flight to their pre-season training camp. The Norwich supporters have been growing frustrated with the striker, who was jeered on his return to the squad. All signs point now that Idah, of course, wants to come to Celtic. Again, not a massive surprise. We kind of know that. I mean, who wouldn't want to come to Celtic when you play for Norwich City? It's a massive step up in his career. And of course, Celtic fans love him. He loves the Celtic fans. He loves the club. He achieved great things last season with us. Got a title, won the Scottish Cup final as well against Rangers, and overall had a great time at the club last season. So yeah, hopefully we can get this deal done and dusted. But what I want to discuss about this transfer is the price tag attached to his name, because £8 million is a big step up from the £4.5 million we initially bid in for him. Now look, this is kind of Celtic's own fault in a way, of course. Look, when we signed Adam Idah on loan last season, it was a panic buy. It was a panic signing. We needed reinforcements in the striker positions, and we went, we'll get him on loan. And there was no buy option involved in that whatsoever. And that's now since come to bite us in the arse. Of course, we probably could have negotiated a £4 million buy option at the end of the loan deal for Idah, but of course we didn't do that. It was all very rushed at the time, and now that he had a great season with us, Norwich inflated the price tag massively, and now he's around £8 million to sign him. Do I think we should still sign him for £8 million? Honestly, yes. Looking at the other options that are out there, Mivioski was one from Aberdeen, a similar price tag, around £7 to £8 million for Mivioski as well. I just think Idah's a better player, younger as well. and he can definitely grow into be a much better player as well than what Mivioski is currently, and I think he already is there as well. So yeah, I think Idah is worth £8 million personally, but I think we can probably negotiate a little bit, maybe get down to 7, maybe 6, but it will take a bit of negotiation from Celtic managers to make that happen, of course. It definitely helps that Idah's interested in the move as well. He could maybe force his way out a little bit and try and rock the boat a little bit at Norwich and try and get this move over the line. But all I can say is I'm very happy that we are back in for him as well, showing that intent that we want to sign him again, because of course he wants the move. Rodgers has been very open in the last few weeks of the transfer window that he wants him back, naming him a catalyst for last season's successes as well. So yeah, big praise there from the manager, and I think Idah feels that love as well from the gaffer and from the fans, and he'll get a great reception when hopefully he does return to Celtic Park at some point. But yeah, guys, I'm very happy with that story. Regardless of the transfer fee, look, we're Celtic Football Club. We need to, start putting our hands in our pockets a little bit deeper and trying to get players that we know can get into the first team straight away. And I think Idah is one of those players. And I think £8 million, yeah, it's quite a bit of money, but who else are we going to get for that price? I don't know. Mivioski, I said, is the only other option, and I'm not really too interested in him, to be honest with you. I don't know about you guys. But yeah, Adam Idah to Celtic looks very much on right now. If we can agree a transfer fee, personal terms will not be a problem whatsoever. Of course, to highlight some things that we discussed yesterday, McCarthy has left Celtic as well. That deal was kind of done. He's left the club completely. He's not being mentioned on the squad list for this season, which is quite sad. Never really worked out for him at the club. But yeah, guys, that's kind of basically it for today's video. Not really, there's a lot going on, to be fair, but not much to kind of cover it in terms of like making 2 videos a day, so probably be the only video of today, unfortunately, of course. But yeah, very, very positive news that Idah is on his way to the club, hopefully, if we can agree a transfer fee for him. I'm just happy that the club has shown intent to sign him again, because it went very quiet for a few weeks, and for us to be back in again, interested in him, is good news in my opinion. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on that, of course. Of course, we are back in action this Sunday as well against Hibernian at Easter Road. So yeah, might as well write down below your score predictions as well for that game. Hopefully we can keep up our winning ways and get another 3 points on the board. And hopefully Idah will be on his way to Celtic by the time that game does kick off. Of course, he won't feature regardless if he signs today or tomorrow, but hopefully he can be very much on his way to Celtic by the time that game comes around. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts down below of what we discussed with Dane Murray and Idah. And yeah, drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel as well for more Celtic content, because things will be very busy between now and the end of the transfer window. So thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.